there, Deidre here from Our Upcycled Life. Today's Christmas video is all about doing DIYs with Mod Podge. You know I love it. You've seen me do lots of DIYs with it, and today is all Christmas theme, and I've taken some scrap wood, some thrift store finds, and turned it into beautiful home decor using only Mod Podge, some chalk paint, and a printer. So we got lots of work. Let's get started. First project I'm going to do is this old cupboard door that I found in the dump in the wood pile. Beautiful wood, sturdy door, still has the hinges on it, but I needed to brighten it up a little bit. So I painted it with some black chalk paint, did my candle wax technique to distress it a little bit, put on some white chalk paint, and now we're going to add a graphic doing my Mod Podge reverse graphic transfer method. You've seen me do this lots if you follow along here on my channel. I've printed this off on my LaserJet printer, making sure to reverse the text, putting on my Mod Podge mat, and then putting it down on my project, making sure all the bubbles and wrinkles are gone, and letting it sit for 24 hours. All the graphics that I'm using for today's projects are available in my Etsy store. I'll put a link down below in the description, and you can head over there after the video and check them out and see if there's any graphics that you like. I am wetting it with a little bit of water and a damp rag, and then I'm rubbing off all of the paper. Make sure you're using a really cheap computer paper. You don't want thick paper because it just means that you have to rub off more paper. And I don't have a color LaserJet printer, and sometimes I just like to add a pop of color. So I'm just taking some acrylic paint and dry brushing right onto the letters, taking a little napkin, wiping away the extra paint, and you've perked up that graphic, giving it some brightness with some paint. I just love being able to do this. Dry brushing on some red onto the little car. I think it really makes this graphic pop. I love the result of it. After everything has dried really well, I'm going to seal it up with a spray polyacrylic sealer, and I've taken this cabinet door that I found in the dump and upcycled it into this beautiful framed Christmas sign that I made with some chalk paint, some Mod Podge, and my printer. Next project I'm going to do using some Mod Podge is this tray that I found at the thrift store. It was just a cheap silver tray. I spray painted it with some primer, and then once it was dry, I painted on top of that some white chalk paint, and then I distressed all around the edges just to have that silver pop through. Printed off my graphic on my LaserJet printer, making sure to reverse it, and now I'm putting on my Mod Podge mat. We're going to then flip it over, get all the bubbles and wrinkles out, and set it aside and let it dry for 24 hours. If you've never tried this technique, you need to give it a try. You don't need to have a Cricut or stencils to put beautiful graphics on your DIY projects. It does take a little bit of practice, but once you get the hang of it, the possibilities are endless. I'm going to seal this up with some spray matte polyacrylic sealer, and I've taken this thrift store silver tray and upcycled it into a beautiful tray to display for the holidays. We all have scrap wood laying around. I never get rid of any of it because we can turn them into little ornaments or signs or shelf sitters. That's what I'm going to make with this scrap piece of wood. I've taken one of my graphics and I'm going to apply it onto this piece of scrap wood that I had that I painted with some black chalk paint, some white chalk paint, then I distressed around the edges. And we're going to let it sit for 24 hours and then rub the paper off. These make fantastic gifts, and they're so affordable to make. You don't need to break the bank, giving a really thoughtful gift when you can make a custom shelf sitter like this just with some Mod Podge, paper, printer, and a scrap piece of wood. And here's another scrap piece of wood. This was just a piece of pine left over from a construction site. I did the same painting technique as the last one. Some black chalk paint, white chalk paint, distressed around the edges, applied the graphic. I'm letting it sit for 24 hours. Now, when you're doing this technique, it's never perfect. You're always gonna have little bits of the graphic they're gonna rub off, but I just think that adds to the character and it gives it that rustic feel. And again, I wanted to add a little pop of color to this one on the Christmas trees on either end. So I'm just gonna dry brush on some of that acrylic paint, just dab off the extra paint with a little bit of a napkin, and it just gives that little pop of color if you don't have a colored laser jet printer. I love this DIY. I had a candlestick holder and an old teapot in my stash forever. I glued it together with some E6000, spray painted it with some primer that was black, and then I painted over top of that with some white chalk paint, distressed it, let that black peek through, and then I added this really cute graphic. And same process as before, all you need is a printer, Mod Podge, paint, and some paper, and you don't even need a laser jet printer. This technique, if you're really careful, will also work with an inkjet printer, and I have a comparison video between the inkjet and the laser jet, and you can check that out if you're having a little bit of trouble with your inkjet doing this transfer method, and it might guide you along and give you some help. I'll put the link down below to that video and you can check it out after you watch this one. And isn't this so cute? I love just rooting through my thrifted stuff that I've collected and put aside, and then putting pieces together to create unique DIYs. And I think this candlestick holder and the little teapot mesh together beautifully. I'm gonna add a little pop of color to this one too, just adding some red acrylic paint to the poinsettia berries, and then painting those leaves a little bit of green acrylic paint. And if it gets on too thick, I just take a little bit of a napkin and then dab off the extra, and it just blends in really nicely. And I'm also going to add a little bit of a brown to the hot chocolate mug. Once everything's completely dried, I'm going to seal it all up with that polyacrylic sealer. And I think this might be one of my favorite Christmas DIYs that I've made this year. And let's make another shelf sitter. I have so much scrap wood and I save a lot of it to make these during the holidays because they're my best sellers. If you're doing craft sales over the holidays, or you're selling on Marketplace, or even if you're selling on Etsy, you need to be making these shelf sitters with the graphics on them. They sell like crazy for me. I can make hundreds of them and they would all sell. And if you have the ability to make your own graphics, you can also make little customized shelf sitters, and that's a great way to make some extra cash over the holidays. Now you can see this one, some of the graphic at the top rubbed off. That will happen sometimes. It's just the texture in the wood, and I think it just gives it that vintage feel, especially with this graphic. I'm gonna add a little pop of color, and then we're going to seal it up with some polyacrylic sealer, and we've created this little shelf sitter. Simple, easy DIY. I hope you all have Mod Podge in your crafting stash. If not, head to your craft store, head to Amazon and pick up some, because you need to try this technique using Mod Podge. Now, this little graphic, snowflakes are kisses from heaven. When I am doing shelf sitters or my glass wine bottles or glass jars from the recycling bin, and I put these graphics on them to remember a lost loved one, they always sell really well during the holidays. I have quite a few in my Etsy store, different quotes, and that you can turn into signs like these. And like I said before, if you're a reseller, make some of these up with these little quotes on them because they do really well. So as you can see from all of today's DIY projects, Mod Podge is a fantastic product. If you don't have any in your crafting stash, make sure you grab some and give some of these techniques a try. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. And if you love this video, I'm sure you'll love either of these next two. Take care.